Meeting her stopped your world. The ring you give her should stop her heart.
Tina, will you marry me?
Not again!
Don't worry, I'm gonna fix this because we want to be your jeweler on our beautiful diamond! Clear! Come back to me, Tina!
Are you okay?
Here at Five Valleys Restoration, your view is our view, and what a beautiful view it is. We are proud to be locally owned, locally operated. We love our community here in Missoula and also the full Five Valleys that we do service. We give back to the community, we service our community. Our kids go to school here, we live here, we play here, and we love it here.
From last weekend's game, it was a good effort by our guys. There's a lot of good stuff, offense, defense, special teams. I think we played well in all three phases. We blocked well, we tackled well, came off the ball on both sides. It was just a great win for us, and we're excited to get it. In terms of this week's game, they look really good on film. I thought they could have beaten North Carolina State in the opener. They were up in the fourth quarter, and it was a fun game, an interesting game to watch yesterday. I think they look fast in all three phases, so it's a team with good team speed that we're going to see this weekend. Quarterback's preseason All-American. I think everybody knows that they led the nation in total offense last year. They have 7 returning starters, so their team's got a chance to win this year, chance to win their conference, chance to be a factor in, as Eric just mentioned, in the rankings and all that. So we'll have a huge challenge on Saturday when they come.
Questions?
For Ryan and Cade, you guys know that the FCS, you guys normally play 3 non-conference games. You get a 4th one this year. What do you guys think? It's just that prospect of having an extra game before you get into Big Sky play.
Yeah, it's always good to have an extra game. Our team chemistry definitely forming game by game, so it's anytime we get out there and play with each other, it's always positive.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity. Getting that extra one, just another chance to get some more reps in game. Build the communication we have up front. Execute what we need to do, and I think it's a great thing to get some extra reps.
Bobby, how do you weigh any benefits or any drawbacks of having an extra non-conference game, extra regular season game?
Well, I think everybody involved likes to compete, so it's another chance to play, and it's been that way a long time in college football. When you have a certain number of Saturdays, you can have another game, and we have another one. We just enjoy the chance to compete, I think.
And you mentioned their season opener against NC State. How were they able to hang with an FBS team, ranked FBS team, and take a lead into the fourth quarter in that game?
They played well. They were solid in all three phases, particularly. I thought they did some great things in third down and moved the chains and took advantage of opportunities and got some big stops on defense.
Coach, Western Carolina, they won their last game with a big special teams moment in there. So is special teams on your guys' end something?
What was that?
The blocked kick, I think. The blocked field goal that
Gotcha.
was taken back. And so is special teams something you guys are really going to focus on this week as far as preparation for this game?
Well, blocked field goal is really a defensive play, and so, good job by their defense. I'm sorry. Ask me that again. So you had something else besides the block kick?
I can't remember exactly what they did, but they had a few good plays on special teams.
They're good in the kicking game. They do a nice job. You can see that they're well thought out in how they approach it. It looks to me like they have a system that they believe in, and they're going to do what they do well.
Ryan, defensively, you guys have gotten to the quarterback pretty well this year. What do you attribute to that success so far this season?
Yeah, our defensive front, they're doing an excellent job of being disruptive up there, and then just everybody alongside of them, linebackers, defensive front, safeties and corners buying us time and coverage to get to the quarterback. So it's really just a whole defensive effort getting to the quarterback.
Cade, how was it like getting to snap the ball a little bit as a center this week, just getting those reps in for the season? How was that for you?
It was great. It was a great opportunity. Getting to be able to get the ball back to the quarterback, make the calls up front. I think that's a big credit to the guys around me. They've kind of taken me under their wing and helped me out a lot with making sure I got all the calls down and taking me along. So big credit to them for helping me along. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, what was it like when you kind of got the news that you were going to kind of switch to center, and just what has that transition been like? How comfortable are you at that position?
Yeah, it was just a simple text message saying from Coach Pavlik, just saying, hey, gonna get you some reps at center this week. I just felt pretty comfortable with it. I kind of was brought in to either play guard or center, so that was kind of an expectation going in. So, it was a pretty good transition. And again, being in the film room with the O-linemen that have been around for a while has really helped as far as getting all the calls down and everything. So, again, attribute that to them.
All four running backs had a day. What's it like when you see them spring for a touchdown, you get to go down and celebrate, and obviously the O-line did really well. Just what's that like being able to kind of celebrate with those guys when they score?
No, it's a lot of fun. They're the running back room. It's extremely talented. Being able to see them do their thing, out in the open field and spring one loose, that's a really fun feeling. It's really exciting, and once the crowd gets going like that, like we had last week, it's a really fun experience.
Ryan, what's it like when you have an All-American quarterback and a good offense? I know as a competitor, I'm sure you're very excited for the challenge. Just like what's that like? Just knowing a really good offense is coming into town.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we all enjoy the challenge. He's got a good crew around him as well, so we're always up for the task, and it's just we got to take it day by day and make sure we focus in on him.
Coach, what's something that the quarterback in particular kind of does that stands out on film?
He looks like he sees coverage pretty well to me. I think with the experience he's got, he sees what's going on in front of him. So guys like him are hard to fool.
And then defensively, how would you kind of describe what they look like and if anyone in particular stands out?
Yeah, I think I'd describe them as a pressure team. They're willing to bring guys. In particular, they'll bring defensive backs from a variety of spots. So we've got to be ready for that.
Bobby, you played a SoCon team in the playoffs last year. Does this team look like a SoCon team, or is there such a thing of does the league look the same or not?
Yeah, I probably couldn't define what a SoCon team looks like.
That's changed so much because there's so many different teams in that league too, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I remember correctly, that would have been App State, correct. Georgia Southern, those guys back before.
Yeah.
So, we did. You're right. We did play a Southern Conference team last year, and they were really good.
Have you ever had any experience against Western Carolina? Any crossover with their staff, or?
I don't think so. None that comes to mind.
Because this is the first time they've ever played, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned the quarterback being able to read coverage. What else do you think makes him so highly regarded just around the country?
Well, you look at their production. They led the nation in total offense a year ago, so I would say that those are the things. I mean, when you're productive, the people regard you highly.
Bobby, Campbell did pick him off 4 times, so when you're watching the film, how were they able to get him into mistakes like that?
I'm going to have to go back and watch that. I've been watching cut-ups mostly, so I'm really not prepared to answer that.
And just looking at their 2 deep, their offensive linemen seem to just have such great size. What stands out to you on film about how their O-line plays?
Say that one more time, Frank. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Their offensive line just seems to be big weight-wise. Just what stands out about how the O-line plays when you watch the film?
Yeah, I'm not real prepared to do an in-depth personnel evaluation on those guys today. And I really haven't evaluated their O-line yet, so hard for me to answer that one too.
I want to ask about Hayden Harris. He spent 4 years at UCLA, didn't play much there. So what did you guys see in him where you thought he could come in and be a contributor like he has been here?
Well, Hayden's a big athletic guy. He's long-armed. He's got great size. Guys develop at their own pace, and certainly he's played his best football here the last 2 years. Obviously, we're happy to have him.
And Vi Cajo leading you guys in tackles, how's he been able to come in and fit into the defense early on in his first season here?
Well, part of it's been the fact that we've had some depth issues, so he's probably gotten a little more playing time than he would have, and he's worked at it. He's immersed himself into the linebacking core, and God bless, he's paid attention to what's going on. He's learned the system, which lends itself to him being able to do things.
And then Tyson Rostad from Hamilton got his first start on Saturday. I think he was tied for second on the team in tackles. Just how did he grade out when you watched film back?
I thought he played pretty well, especially for a young guy that had to come in and do a lot of different things. So he did a nice job.
One more.
Bobby, I'm doing a story on Sloan McPherson and his bone marrow donation. So I wanted to ask you about the kind of guy he is. And, the Grizzlies always are collecting signatures every year for that program. So what's it like to have one of your guys do it and the kind of guy he is?
Well, we've had quite a few, or numerous, I should say, that have been donors. And, again, the reason we're part of that organization is it's a legit chance to save somebody's life. I think it's pretty giving of our players in general to put in the time, register themselves and others so you can save some stranger's life. And it's worldwide too. It's not just in the United States. So it's a really cool thing to be a part of. And the fact that Sloan was willing to do that and potentially give up a game or games to just anonymously help somebody, a stranger out, speaks volumes about who he is. He's a great dude, tough guy too, because he came back and played that first game. I think that's the kind of guys we have in our locker room. He's a great example for a lot of people, and as we do that drive again this spring, I hope people will take notice that it's a worthy cause and we can make a difference.
Thanks, everyone.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Will you marry me in your future? Or maybe you do it all over again. Hi, I'm Brian Toon with Jewelry Design Center, inviting you to come see the largest selection of Will You Marry Me in the state of Montana. The brightest diamonds of every shape and size, unique settings built to last, and skilled jewelers on site offering free sizing and maintenance for life, because that's how long we want to be your jeweler. Jewelry Design Center in Missoula, on Brooks, across from the Montana Club.